Hello, degenerate old schoolers, and welcome back to another episode of The Orb. Tonight we're playing a game of Noobcon practice, so Swedish, with restriction on Mishra's Factory. My opponent's Caleb. Let's take a peek at his deck. So here's a look at Caleb's deck. It's little, it's angry, it's a white weenie. He has cheap casting cost creatures. If you look across the board, all his creatures, max casting cost is 2. Ways to pump them. He's running 4 Crusades, 2 Angelic Voices. And that one says, as long as all your creatures are either artifact creatures or white creatures, everything on your side of the table gets +1/+1. So, in case you're playing against another white weenie deck, this pumps just your creatures. And then 2 Army of Allah, which sneaks in and gives all attacking creatures +2/+0 until the end of the turn at instant speed. So, my opponent's running 22 creatures. Well, 23 if you count the Mishra's Factory in the main board. He's running the white removal, 4 swords, 4 disenchant for anything that gets in his way. And as the creatures are running him over his opponent, he just wants to buff him a little bit. He's also running a pro move of 3 Pendlehaven. They are not to be tapped for mana. They are just there. I mean, he can tap for mana, obviously, but he's not going to. They're there to pump his creatures. And the one balance. I mean, even if we were playing X Point, this deck would have something like 6 or 7 points in it. So, glad to see it go up in unrestricted Swedish format. In the sideboard, he does have a few more creatures, 3 Repentant Blacksmiths for those red decks, 2 Sayer Angels in case he needs to fly in for the win, 4 Dust to Dust for full-on artifact hate with 3 more Divine Offerings. I want to see this deck show up against the Shops deck. My money is actually on this white weenie. And then 3 Armageddons for any deck that's greedy with land. Love it, can't wait to see it work. Looks very, very efficient, low to the ground, only needs to operate with a few mana. So let's take a quick look at my deck for the month. And here's my Atog burn deck. It revolves around really 7 creatures, 4 Atog, 3 Sedge Troll. Other than that, I just want to ping in for damage, using my Black Vices, Ankh of Mishras. I do have pretty well a full burn package. 4 Chain Lightnings, 4 Lightning Bolts, 3 Psyblast, 2 Shatters just to knock out an artifact. I'm loaded down with Moxen and all the good restricted cards. I can't wait for this fight. I do worry a little bit about white weaning. I don't have enough across-the-board removal spells. The balance will help. 1 main board Earthquake will help against him. But other than that, he's so fast and so low to the ground. So let's see who can deal 20 damage faster. Off to game number 1. Welcome back, degenerate old schoolers. There was some questions as to whether everyone was a degenerate listening, and the answer is yes, you are. If you're watching this, you are a degenerate old schooler. If you clicked on the link by accident, run. While I have everyone, go ahead and use your degenerate mouse and go find the like button. So, for this batch, we rolled, I lost. Caleb is on the play. He's using those pink sleeves just to make me think that he's not going to come down and beat the living daylights out of me in 2 or 3 turns. Subtle tactic, well played on his part. Firing off a Plains and a Savannah Lions. Savannah Lions being the most efficient 1-drop creature out there. 2/1 for 1. I fire back a Badlands and a Black Vice. Little do I know that Black Vice is not going to do a whole bunch of work against him. White Weenie, very easy to get under 5 cards. Savannah Lions swinging in for 2, puts me down to 18. Banalish Hero and Tundra Wolves. So he's adding banders, he's adding first strikers. Board presence up to 3 creatures. I get to play another land and pass back to him. Oh, look at this. Pendlehaven. Shit, he's hitting pretty well maximum overdrive here. Swings in for 5. Turn 3. This is tough. I'm down to 13. I think I was yawning when this game started. Maybe had sleepy eyes or something. I don't think I was looking, but Jesus Christ, he's rolling over me. Half this game's already over with. I play Tundra, tap 3, untap 3, so I'm not doing anything. 6 in hand still. Looks like I was going to do something. Yeah, Caleb's swinging back in. Ooh, Psionic Blast. Knocking down the lightning. I'm knocking down the Savannah Lions with the worst headache they've ever seen. They die from it. But I'm still taking 2 damage from the Side Blast, so that puts me down to 11, and then Caleb ends up swinging in for another 3 with that Pendlehaven, doing maximum damage. I'm down to 8. Pikeman hits play. So another banding creature. What a pain in the ass. My only response is strip mine. I need to start using some more burn. Yeah, there's that burn. Chain lightning in, destroying off the Banalish Hero. Lightning strikes down from above. Looks like that's just slowing down my insta-speed death. Oh my god, look at this. Caleb comes up with another Pendlehaven. Oh, brutal. Army of Allah. These creatures are going to go to 3 power, both of them. I'm going from 8 to 2. This hurts real bad. Can't even play another Side Blast. Jesus, I can play another Side Blast. I should have looked before I spoke. I was wrong. I can play it and I can fucking kill myself. So, game 1 to Caleb. That went quick. Let's see if I have some answers in my sideboard to deal with this white weenie coming in for the death. And here we are with game number 2. In case you sneezed and missed game number 1, I'll fill you in with what happened. I was laying out back in a sun chair, gathering some sun. My opponent drove over me with a monster truck. I didn't even hear him coming. I died very quickly. So turn 1, I do fire off 3 Moxen and a Black Vice. I do pass back to my opponent. He lays out a Savannah Lions, taps it for a white mana, and plays a Banalish Hero. Picks everything back up, plains to Savannah Lions. So I think there is some way you can get white mana out of Savannah Lions, but you have to like pin the cats down and torture them. It's a whole thing. You shouldn't do it. But look at this. I do fire back a Sedge Troll on my turn. It is kind of a pain in the ass for his deck. He has an immediate answer. Swords to Plowshare. Sends the Sedge Troll packing. Back to farm work he goes. And my opponent plays out a Banalish Hero and swings in for 2 Savannah Lions. So 3 life I gained. 2 of it's gone. I'm down to 21. He's got 2 threats on the board. I have a ton of mana, but I'm kind of just sitting around looking like a jackass. Especially with that Black Vice in play. Oh, there we go. I deal it straight to his face. I mean, Black Vice has gotten in for 4 damage, and that puts him down to 10, so half of his life's gone. But look at this. Crusade's out. Savannah Lions now coming in for 3. Banalish Hero, another 2. I'm down to 16. And I draw go. I need to follow up with another threat. Thunderwolf's hitting the board. Comes in for 5 again. I'm down to 11. Okay, Atog. Friendly Atog. And look at this. I have 4 artifacts in play, and this son of a bitch is hungry. And brutality. Another Swords to Plowshares. Decide to gain some life, so I'm going to take 5 life. Lose a couple Moxen. Yeah, go to 16. I mean, he's representing 7 damage on the table. So that at least buys me another turn. Here comes 7 damage. I'm down to 9. This is looking ugly. And a disenchant on the Ruby. I think he knows the Black Vice isn't going to touch him. Brutality. I think I'm out of cards. 1 card in hand. Oh, good news for me is he doesn't have any 1/1 creatures, so the Pendelhaven's just sitting idle. But he puts me down to 1. Nope, by 1 I mean 2. He puts me down to 2. Either way, I need to deal with 3 creatures at only 2 life. And yeah, balance was about the only thing. Balance and City in a Bottle. Not going to cut it. These games are over with before they ever started. I think I'm going to let YouTube know that this was just a short. Good work, Caleb. Thanks for the games. Thanks for watching.